everyone, welcome back. Severed is here, coming back with part 3 of What If Deku was, had the devil footprints. Now, where we left off, Izuku has gone into for a nice walk in the day, just enjoying himself, as when he was going back into his home in the night, he meet with someone, someone that he named himself Joker. As he started talking with Izuku and fighting him, in the end he said something that Izuku wasn't believing in it, which is his mother was killed not by him but by someone else. As Joker, after that, he just told him, "Are you gonna continue trying to play the hero or search about the truth with me as a devil?" As in the end he just left him. Izuku, after that, we continue. Izuku just going back into his home and meet with his father and mother after this 6 days, because that was the first day of the 7 days before UA sent Izuku his message that he got into UA. As Izuku right now in his room hearing the message, he said, "All right, Izuku, take a deep breath. Everything will be okay. Just just breathe." And after that, he just put the device on the table and start watching it with his father and mother, as they see All Might on the screen saying, "Aha, young man, congratulations on getting yourself into UA. And I would say, if I would say so of myself, you have, passed the entrance exam with the flying colors, saving a couple of people, destroying robot, and you showed us such a great ability of controlling your powers. Now, I will be such a happy person to tell you this. Welcome to your Hero Academia." As after that, the device just stopped the hologram, as William Snow just put his hand on Izuku's head and said, "That's my boy." "Alright, Flame Kid, show them what you will do tomorrow, alright?" As Izuku said, "Thank you, Dad." As Neko said, "Well, as because of you has gone into UA, how about we celebrate a little bit?" As she just get a cake and everything, and they just celebrate. And the next day, Izuku, standing in front of UA, still smiling so nervously, as he said, "Breathe in and out. This is your, school dream. That fucking... I don't know how to talk." Izuku, just focus. Don't ruin everything from the first day. And most importantly, stay as far as possible from the gas pipes. Understand? As after that, he feels someone touching him on his shoulder, saying, "Hey, I know this green hair. Are you the kid that saved me in the entrance exam?" As Izuku looking back, he see Araka, as he still smiling. He said, "Yeah, it's me. Are you Araka?" As Araka said, "Yeah, thank you for saving me. So you had such a strong power. What's your quirk?" As Izuku said, "A devil footprints." As Araka, going back a little bit, said, "Wait, are you there?" As Izuku looking down said, "Yeah, I am the kid from the incident." As he just looking back, she said, "Oh, alright. Don't worry. I'm happy that you managed, thank you for saving me. So, what's your dream? Are you want to become a hero for, what's your reason to become a hero?" As Izuku said, "Aren't you gonna start calling me a devil, a villain, a stupid flame boy or something like that?" As Araka said, "Why would I do that? The police said that it was an accident and you didn't mean to do it, so why would I do anything like that?" As Izuku said, You're technically the third one that telling me that. Well, I dream to become a hero so I can save anyone that I hear him screaming for help." As Araka said, "Well, that's a good dream, but sorry, I need to go." As Araka just leave, Izuku said, "It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna go." And immediately after that, the people start talking about Izuku, because they heard Izuku talking about devil flame incident, so they just start blah 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 blah, that kind of talk while he just smiling nervously, can't help it. And after that, he find you A, as immediately he got into the class, open it up, seeing all the students there, and of course one of the most important student there, Katsuki Bakugo. As Bakugo, once he look at Izuku, he immediately looking back away from him, as he said under his breath, fucking devil, why are you doing here? As Izuku just gone into one of the seats and sit down. And after that, Ida just come into him and start apologizing about everything. Izuku smiling nervously, saying, "No problem, it's not a big deal." As Ida just go and sit down. As after that, they hear a sound from under the desk saying, "If you want to make friends, how about you get your shit out of my class and go back to your home? Maybe we're gonna find some new friends in the zoo." Well, hello class, my name is Shota Aizawa, I am your homeroom teacher. Well, I see that some of you are actually so weak. Well, meet me outside and put these uniforms on, because I'm not gonna wait for you any longer, understand? As Izuku, still smiling nervously, said, aren't you gonna do as Aizawa, looking at him with his red eyes, as Izuku said, why is he looking at me like this? I feel like I'm gonna die. As Aizawa said, yeah, you will gonna die if you will not gonna shut up. As Izuku just shut up and stand up and immediately took the uniform out of Aizawa's hand and start running into the changing room as fast as possible, not looking behind of him, scared that he might see Aizawa just looking at him daggers. As Izuku start breathing heavily in that changing room, saying, what the hell was that? That was another kind of level of fear. Damn, that teacher have such a scary eyes. As he, feeling someone touching him, said, hey, bro, are you okay? As Izuku, looking on his left, still smiling, seeing a kid with the red hair. As the kid said, are you okay? You seem like you saw a ghost. As Izuku said, yeah, I saw the fucking Reaper in front of me. You saw our teacher? As, Kirishima said, yeah, I can agree on that. But you can't just stay, scared of him. You need to fight your fears. As Izuku said, of course, I know that. But fighting him? Oh, hell no, that's something else. As, Kirishima said, well, my name is Kirishima. What's your name? As Izuku said, Izuku, nice to meet you. As he, just, put his hand in front of him to shake Kirishima's hand, as they just shaking hands, and after that they start, changing their clothes. As Kirishima said, yo, bro, what kind of training you have? You seem so manly. As Izuku said, manly? That wasn't exactly what I was expecting from you to say, but sure thing. I just, literally kick rocks in the forest sometime, or some metal pipes on the, on Degva beach. Not a lots of things, just things like this. As Kirishima said, yo, that's so manly. Me and you should train later, alright? As Izuku said, sure thing, Kirishima. And after that, Izuku starts, hearing someone said, hey, boys, look, I find a hole on the girls' speaking, on the girls' changing room. As Ida said, don't try to do this, Mineta. You will gonna insult our female classmates. As, Mineta said, stop me if you want. If you can. As after that, someone put his hand on the hole. As Mineta looking on his left, he said, what do you want, you? As he look, he see Izuku with such a sadistic smile, with eyes are glowing green. He see death himself. As Mineta is speechless. As Izuku, he said, as Izuku said, boo. And immediately Mineta just suddenly run out of the changing room in fear. As Izuku just, come back into his normal self and said, that was the best thing that I ever done. And after that, you know, one of the people there, which is Kamunari, the kid that can shoot electricity, he said, "Wait, aren't you the kid from the Devil Flames incident?" As Izuku immediately, said, yeah. As, so they start a little bit going a little bit away from him. Some of the, people there, not all of them. As, Kirishima said, "Oh, so that's you are. Well, don't worry. Not just because you suddenly used your quirk that mean we can't be friends. Forget it's happened from like how many years? 16, and the people still talking about it for no good reason." As Izuku said, thank you, Kirishima." As Kirishima said, "Alright, come on. I'm sure the teacher is right now angry about us." As Izuku said, "Shit!" And immediately he, put his, jacket, or, that's just the uniform on, and immediately jump out of the window. As he jump in front of Aizawa and give a military stand like a soldier in the military. As he said, "Yes, sir, I'm here." As Aizawa said, "Cool, but don't do this again, understand?" As Izuku said, "Yes, sir, Mr. Aizawa." As Aizawa said, "Alright, just let us just wait until the others come. And when they come, I want you to make sure they are quiet and to wake me up." As he said, "Alright, sir." As Aizawa just put himself inside his yellow sleeping bag, while Izuku's still standing like a soldier. He's not taking a rest because he think that Aizawa, the moment that he will gonna, Izuku stop, he will gonna just look at him with the same daggers. As Izuku, just waiting, the students start coming in while they just talking. Izuku said, "Everyone shut up, he will gonna kill us." As everyone just shut up, Bakugo starts screaming at him saying, "Don't tell me to shut up, you devil." As Izuku said, "Bakugo, can't you leave me alone?" As Bakugo said, "Whatever, you asshole." And after that, he just go into Aizawa and immediately touch him. As he said, "Mr. Aizawa, all the students are here. We can start our little quirk apprehension test." As Aizawa stand up and said, "Alright then. For the first fucking place in the entrance exam, can you come here?" As after that, he read through on his phone. He said, "Hey, looks like you will be the first one, Izuku." As Baku said, "What? That fucking devil? He's the first one? Why? I'm basically defeated him." As Aizawa said, "No, you didn't. He got the highest score in the entrance exam, and also he is the strongest here. So you better all train hard before he, literally push your ass into the ground or something like that. Come on, throw the ball using your quirk. You can throw it in any way you want." As Izuku said, "Any way I want?" And immediately, Izuku throw the ball into the sky as high as possible. As he, you know, lean forward and lifting his, right leg into the back. Just lifting up his leg, ready to, hit the ball. As after that, his leg just engulfed in flames, and when the ball, fall on the ground in front of Izuku before it touches the ground, Izuku just kick the ball with his right leg, throwing her into like 1566 meter. As Aizawa said, "Impressive. Well, Katsuki Bakugo, it's your turn." As Bakugo come closer into Izuku and said, "I'm gonna beat you." As Izuku said, "Alright." And after that, Baku just got hold of the ball and just got the normal score. As Baku getting angry at this. In the end, Izuku gone and start, going through the normal, little other things like the jump, the side to side jump. Izuku literally just put a leg here and leg here, and he just like shooting flames to throw himself. And the jumping part, he just literally fly, which technically giving him infinity. And 15-meter dash, he just fly. Even Ida couldn't compare with him. In the end, he actually got the second place. As Aizawa said, great job, everyone. And Mineta, as Mineta said, yes, Mr. Aizawa. As Aizawa said, you will gonna get the fuck out of my class, understand? You will gonna, from tomorrow, you will gonna go into the general course. As Aizawa's, Mineta start bleeding for him, but Aizawa just literally kick him out off of his leg. After that, Izuku and Kirishima start walking together. And Kirishima said, yo, Izu bro, you are such a great, you have such a great abilities there. And you can use your quirk in a very, great way. As Izuku said, thank you, Kirishima. You also hardening quirk is kinda, tough. As, Kirishima said, yeah, thank you, but it's not really that great. As Izuku said, oh really? As immediately Izuku spin around and kick Kirishima on his head. Kirishima managed to hardening himself before that, but he being thrown at the ground. As Kirishima, stand up and said, what the hell, man? Why did you do that? As Izuku said, look at yourself. You're hardening, huh? Normal people, if I kicked him like this, he would die. But you didn't, because you had your quirk that is hardening. Imagine all the good thing that you could do with it. You will be literally a living shield. Nothing can break through you if you will be able to hardening your body into much higher levels than this. You might be even able to swim in lava. Who knows? As Kirishima, understanding what Izuku trying to say, as he said, well, first of all, you need to work on your little ways of convincing people they are, their quirks are great or something like that. Second of all, thank you. As Izuku said, no problem. And after that, they just start walking away. And Izuku just go back into his house. As in the next day, right now, Izuku just going into UA in a normal way. He's just, a normal day in UA, as he just starts eating his lunch in the cafeteria. After that, some people start coming into him, which is Bakugo and a couple other people that just hate Izuku. Literally, just people that hating him. Bakugo just like influencing him, convince them to come with him. As Izuku looking up, he see Bakugo. As Izuku said, Bakugo, leave me alone, please. As Bakugo said, what? So you can burn another place down? So you'll burn UA? No, I don't think so. You are a devil, and your place in hell, not here between heroes. As Izuku said, oh, heroes? Where's the heroes are you talking about? Because right now, all what I see in front of me are just a bunch of chickens with some weird quirks. As Baku getting angry at this and said, a chicken! As he immediately throw an explosion at the table that Izuku right now eating, making the some of the food that Izuku was eating go on his face. As the people start laughing, Izuku starts swapping the food away from his face and said, looking at them smiling, said, get away from me, please. As Baku said, or what? As Izuku said, or this. As Izuku immediately lifting his leg up, throwing the table on Bakugo and his other goons. As they see Izuku, they see Izuku looking like, this, just lifting his right leg up and flames just coming out, smiling at them. As he said, or I'm gonna burn you down into crisp. As Baku said, so you're finally showing your colors? As he immediately start flying at Izuku. Izuku, immediately just start flying into, the ceiling, and immediately goes down at Bakugo, kicking him in his, back, and using his flames just pushing Bakugo even more harder into the ground. Another one that having a strings quirk, he can wrap strings around things. He can create strings using the water inside his body, wrap his strings around Izuku and got hold of him. As another one which having a size manipulation, he can increase his size into a size of a truck. He immediately got hold of Izuku and smashed him into the ground. As Izuku still smiling, he immediately put his hand on, behind his head and lifting his leg up in the face of the guy as he's shooting flames out of his legs into his face, making him, holding his face. After that, he just jumped on his legs and said, "Well, who will be next?" As immediately Bakugo stand up and start going at Izuku, throwing explosion, while Izuku's just dodging this. As he jump back and stand on his legs, as he starts, spinning on the ground, doing some, dance with his legs in the air, and his legs are, filled with fire. As Bakugo, trying to defend himself, but Izuku's just overwhelm him so fast with his, flame dance as he call it. In the end, he just jump and kick Bakugo in his face using both of his legs and using flames, just pushing Bakugo away into another table. The guy with the strings Quirk, wrapped his strings again around Izuku, but Izuku this time was ready to him as he started flying up into the sky or into the ceiling. As immediately he just make the guy wrap his strings around himself, just to start spinning around the guy and make him wrap his strings around himself. Izuku just burning what's left of the strings around his body and said, "Too easy." Even for you, Bakugo. As Baku immediately said, "You are the reason for everything that happened to me, and you telling me that, and you are here trying to become a hero. You killed them all, and you, I just can't take it." As he immediately fly at Izuku and throw a chair at him. Izuku dodging into the left, but Bakugo managing to throw an explosion at Izuku stomach, making him throw blood. And after that, using his leg, immediately kick Izuku in his face and got hold of his face as he smashed him into the ground, throwing explosion at his face. As he continues saying, "You killed my friends!" As Izuku said, "I didn't mean it!" As he immediately kicked Bakugo in his chest, throwing him on the ceiling. Bakugo starts flying as he going on Izuku to throw an explosion. And after that, Bakugo starts spinning in a circle motion as he going at Izuku, saying, "How, sir?" But before he continue, he suddenly, Quirk just stopped as he fall on his face on the ground, and Izuku being wrapped around a weird kind of scarf, as his flames just stopped. And after that, Aizawa looking at them both, saying, "Izuku Midoriya, Katsuki Bakugo, into the principal office, now!" As both of them just gone into, the principal office, while everyone starts to fix the place. As Izuku and Baku just sitting in front of the principal. After that, Principal Nezu said, "Well, both of you, can you explain what happened?" As Baku said, "That villain, he's just attacked us." As Izuku said, "Attacked you? You are the one that got your goons and just come at me to hurt me. I was enjoying a nice meal." As Buck said, "Oh, yeah, enjoying a nice meal? Devil Flame Boy?" As Izuku said, "Can you stop calling me this? I told you it was an accident." As Baku said, "I don't care what is an accident. Control your fucking Quirk." As Aizawa wrapping his scarf around both of them said, making them hit each other heads, as he said, "Both of you, behave in front of the principal." As, Principal Nezu said, "Well, both of you has done such a bad thing, and you destroyed the cafeteria. So, both of you will gonna get expelled for 3 days. Understand?" As Baku said, "What? You can't just expel me because of this stupid idiot." As Izuku said, "But Principal Nezu, aren't we?" As Principal Nezu said, I'm not gonna repeat what I said. Both of you are expelled for 3 days." As Izuku, starts still not smiling anymore because he's not nervous, as he said, "Alright, Principal Nezu." As, Aizawa just leave him and said, "Bakugo, Midoriya, or Izuku, just go and change your clothes and go back into your houses." As, Baku just leave the place. And Izuku was about to leave, but Principal Nezu said, "Izuku, could you please sit down?" As Izuku said, "Alright, Principal Nezu." As he said, "Can you please tell me what's happened between you and Bakugo?" As Izuku taking a deep breath and said, "Alright. The thing all started after, the devil flames incident. After that happened, I've been put in an orphanage, and after that, I was still going, into my little kindergarten. After that, in the kindergarten, one day, Bakugo, and his goons were just, everyone were talking about the flame incident. Bakugo tried to, talk with me, saying, "Hey, Izuku." As Izuku said, yes, Kachan, what is it? As he said, "Don't worry, I'm really sad for you. I, I'm really sad, but you should be happy because you got your quirk, and we both of us can become heroes." As Izuku smiled at him and said, "All right, Kachan, I'm happy. I'm gonna smile." As he said, "All right, how about all of us? All the four of us just go into the forest to hunt some, get some fishes and things like that." As Izuku said, "Alright." And after that, Bakugo and his, goons, which is the one with the fingers, long fingers, and the one with the wings, just go all the four of them into the river. After that, when Izuku got finally into the river with everyone, they just playing around the fire, around the water as they try, hunt some fishes. And Baku said, "Hey, Izuku, could you please turn on a fire? Because I want to eat these fishes. Let's eat it together. My mom taught me how to, cook fishes for, if I want to, being lost in the forest." As Izuku said, "Are you sure of it, Kachan? Can you use, your explosions?" As Baku said, "I can use them, but I want you to do it because all of us want to see your quirk." As, the other two agreed to that, Izuku said, alright. And after that, Izuku starts, hitting his leg into the ground, not really smashing his head, just a simple, touches with his fingers, feet fingers. As he, after that, a flame starts engulfing his legs. As Baku said, "Cool, now burn these woods." As Izuku did this, and after that, everyone started eating the fishes while Izuku legs still on fire. As Baku said, "You can't turn your fire off, As Izuku said, "Yeah, but I can't control it." As Baku said, "Alright, just calm down, and after that, you will gonna be okay." As Izuku said, "Alright, I'm gonna calm down." But before they managed to calm down, Izuku seeing, behind the two other kids, a bear, a brown bear. As Izuku said, "A bear!" As after that, everyone starts running away while the bear is just going after them. As he, managed to, surrounding them, they are right now, in front of them is a wall of, a stone wall. As Baku said, "We're trapped." As Izuku said, "What should we do? What should we do?" As Baku said, "We will gonna fight. We are strong and we will gonna become heroes in the future. So let's fight this bear and destroy him." As Izuku said, "Alright, Kachan." And after that, Bakugo starts, saying to bird to come, doing some firecrackers in his hand to, make the bird come a little bit closer, while Izuku and the others will gonna take care of them. As the one with the finger quirk is not a, a really big bear. He's just a big bear for a little kids, not for adult mans. As Baku said, "Hey, Berry, come here." As the other one with the wing quirk taking the bear away from Baku, as he just flying up in the sky, making the bear, looking at him. And after that, the one with the finger quirk wrapping his fingers around, the bear. Bakugo throwing some explosion that doesn't hurt. As Baku said, "Izuku, you are the strongest one here, so come on, use your fire." As Izuku said, "I'm not sure about this, Gachan." As he said, "Come on." As after that, Izuku said, "Alright." And immediately, he started flying on the bear. As he actually, once he put his leg on the bear just incinerated, turned into nothing. As he just leave a big mark on the wall, on the stone wall. As after that, all of them just sitting down, and Baku said, "Yo, Izuku, you done it! You saved us!" As Izuku said, "Yeah, I think so." But after that, his fire started going out of control as he being thrown at a tree. Bakugo coming closer and said, "Izuku, are you okay?" The other two coming on Izuku left side. As Izuku said, I can't control it." As he immediately, his legs just pushing him into the left, pushing with him the two others, the one with the wing and the fingers. As one, the one with the wing said, "What? Izuku, get away!" As Izuku said, "Sorry," but after that, his flames just explode out of his leg, throwing Bakugo away, and burning the two other kids alive. And when the thing ended, Bakugo just seeing a big black crater with some flames around the place, and Izuku's just in the middle. And the only thing that left out of those two kids are the one with the wing. Just one of his wings survived, and the other, his finger, he just incinerated. Nothing even left from him. As Bakugo looking at this, he got, so scared and starts calling Izuku a devil. As a hunter was, going around this place, he was actually hunting the bear. As he see the other, the two kids, and said, "What's happened here? What's happened here, both of you?" As Bakugo said, "That monster killed my friends. He's a devil." As Izuku started crying, the guy said, "Wait, you are?" As he immediately called the police and the emergency and everything. After that, from that day on, Izuku just changed his cool, and Bakugo never talked to him. As Principal Nezu said, "So, that's really what's happened." As Izuku said, "Yeah." And from that day forward, he never talked to me. Never. As Aizawa said, "Well, I'm sorry for you, but that doesn't mean that you will not gonna get expelled. You are still expelled for 3 days, and you will gonna lose the chance to go into the little training of heroes versus villains." As Izuku said, "Alright, Principal Nezu, Aizawa." And Aizawa, "See you around." As Principal Nezu, after Izuku leave, he said, "This kid has really gone through a lot, huh?" As Aizawa said, "Yeah, we should make sure to keep an eye for him. After all what's happened with him and the flame, the devil flame incident, I'm sure some villains are ready to, to put him in their teams if they just got the chance." As Principal Nezu said, "Make sure to go a little bit easy on him, Aizawa." As Aizawa said, "I'm gonna try." And this one gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what they think about this part, and what they think will gonna happen in the next part. Well, I have nothing more to say than Severed was here.